السلام عليك يا أبا عبد الله، السلام عليك يا ابن رسول الله، السلام عليك يا خيرة الله وابن خيرته.
When a Muslim dies, it is wajib on all Muslims to take care of the ghusl and kafan and burial of that person. Of course, in the first place, the awliya of the deceased, it means the people who inherit him. First comes father, grandfather, and mother, brother, sisters, and so on. The children, the inheritance, the people who inherit the person. They are called awliya. Awliya means the guardians of the person. And if they do it themselves, fine. If they ask somebody to do it, fine. If they do not do it, all Muslimin afterwards, they are responsible to do that. And this is called wajib kifai. The meaning of wajib kifai is if some people do it, other people, they are fine. But if nobody does it, then all people will be sinners. All people. This is called wajib kifai. It means there should be some people to take on their shoulders to do this thing. So if there is nobody, it is wajib on each Muslim to go and do this job. Okay, yes. Nobody? Oh, that's something else. But supposedly we know that the person has died and the body is there. And number two, it is mustahab to hasten the ghusl, kafan, and burial of the body. Other than you want a delay for believers to come. If there is, because it is good that the body of a Muslim to be honored by a lot of people to attend the funeral. So it is good to postpone the tajheez. They call this package of washing, wrapping, and burial, and getting it ready for burial is called tajheez. Tajheez means to equip. It means to get it ready, to get the body ready for the trip of after this world. So this is the first stage that the person gets ready to go to the other world. So we are equipping the person with the things that are needed. Okay, now the body is here and we are here to wash the body. Number one, the first thing that we need to bear in mind is that one person should be the main person who does the niyat, because this is a ibadah. It is not just washing. It is like ghusl. When you do ghusl, what do? You do niyat of ghurbat. Ghurbatan ilallah, I do the ghusl. The same way, the one who washes the body should do the niyah. The person who has passed away cannot do the niyah. I do the niyah to wash the body. So one person, this is very important. Sometimes that, for example, normally we have two people. One person is assistant, one person is the one who does it. One person should be the main person who does the niyat and actually washes the body. It is, even if somebody pours water, there should be somebody who actually does the washing and things. The same person who does the niyah should wash the body. So this is the one thing that we need to bear in mind. Okay, there are three ghusl, three washings. And all the ghusl that we do is exactly like the ghusl that we do for ghusl Jum'ah or other ghusl, which means we wash first the head and the neck, and a little bit, we add a little bit more of the body to it in order to make sure that the head and the neck is washed. And then the right side of the body, including with each side, the private part should be washed, right side and then left side. This is the whole ghusl, action of ghusl. And there are 3 ghusl that is wajib. First of all, this is a plant that is called cedr. I don't know the word in English, but this is the leaf of a tree which is called cedr. And this is the powder of that leaf. So it is something that smells good, and sometimes people, they wash their head with it. This is called cedr. So you make a solution that it is not that thick that people say it is not water, and it is not just water. It has some amount of this cedr in it. For example, if we have a bucket over here, we put water, we fill it with water, and we add, for example, a little bit of this, like, for example, this much. We put it in and make a solution. This is not, it doesn't make it that thick, ab muzaf, they call it, the water which is called muzaf. Muzaf is something that it is not pure water, like juice. It should not become kind of juice or something that is not no more water. It should be, again, water, but it has a little bit of this cedr. So you put it in the bucket and you stir it well and you make it ready. Now the water smells cedr, and it has a little bit of cedr in it. Then we start washing the body. Before we start washing the body, some of the things, we have gloves that you may wear. Gloves, in order, of course, is hygiene, and also the mas'ala is this, that if you wash the body with gloves and you touch the body with gloves, you do not need to do ghusl mass mayyat. If a person dies and the body is cold, before the body becomes cold and die completely, if you touch the body, there's nothing. But after the body is cold, you touch the hair, you touch the body, any part of the body, there is a ghusl that you have to do it later yourself, which is called ghusl mass mayyat. Ghusl because of touching a dead body. That is wajib on you. You should do it later if you touch the body. If not, you wear the glove, so you don't need to do that ghusl because you didn't touch. The gloves touch the body. Okay? Now, first of all, looking at the private parts of the body is haram. So you take off the clothes from the body of the deceased. Suppose this is, we take off the clothes. Just you don't do it today. But you should take off the clothes. And for the private parts, you need to put some pieces of cloth on the private parts that they are not seen. And this is haram to look at the private parts. And even when you are turning the body, you are washing the body, you need to cover the private parts that you don't look at it. It is haram. You should not do that. Even sometimes if it is about that you look and you close your eyes. One more thing that I would like before we start the ghusl, it is wajib, that the body, before we start the ghusl, should be pure of any najasat. For example, the body has some blood on it. We need to wash away the blood. Or sometimes it happens that old people who could not control themselves, for example, in the hospital or whatever, their back or is najis, you need to wash it. The way that you wash yourself in the bathroom, you need to make it clean. And this is one part that some people, they do not pay attention to. They say, okay, we should not have something to do with washing, the private part. But it is wajib before you do that, and this is one of the most difficult things, that sometimes it is not clean, sometimes. So you need to thoroughly wash the body, that you make sure that all parts of the body is clean, is pure. So you use the hose here, you use the hose, and you wash the whole body. You turn it on, and then you wash. And it is mustahab to put soap and all the things before you start those things. Even you rub the body in order that dirt goes away. So make it real clean. The body, use cloth, a piece of cloth, and soap, and you wash the face, head, every part of the body. And also, if sometimes, for example, in the hospital, they put a piece of, what they call it, a strip, band, that is, it has, it's sticky. Yes, you need to wash, you need to take it off, and if there is something remaining, you need to wash it away. If there are some pieces of, it's just like your own ghusl. The way that, for example, if something is on your hand, so you wash it away. Or, for example, a lady dies and has nail polish. So you need to remove the nail polish before you wash the body of that lady. Or manicure, or whatever that prevents water from reaching the body. So you need to be careful about those things. Sometimes, unfortunately, in the hospitals, they take away the blood of the person. If a person, a Muslim, is dying, so it is good to talk to the hospital that we don't want the body, what they call it? They drain the blood. What they call it? It is embodiment. Yes? Embalm? Yes, embalm. Yes, that is the thing. So they put a nail, something with a kind of tube, a small tube, and then they drain the whole blood from the body in order to the body to remain more, it is not allowed in Islam. So you cannot drain the blood. But if sometimes there is one piece of nail that has a plastic on it, it's on the body somewhere. So you take it off, because it prevents water to get to that part of the body. You need to take it off and throw it. Okay? So these are some mas'ala that is not that important, seems not to be important, but if you don't do it, the whole ghusl is batil. So you need to remove any object, to remove any dirt, any najasat, and especially the private part. If you want to wash the private part, you don't need to look at the private part. Just you have your gloves on, you hold the hose over there, and you turn the body, and then you start washing the body, the places that is najis. So you have to wash it thoroughly. It is not enough to pour the water just over it and say, hopefully it is hot. You have to wash it, you have to rub it in order to make sure that the body is clean. Okay, now that body is just clean, is washed, it is soaped, we wash it, we make it ready for the 3 ghusl that we want to do it. Now we start. I do ghusl Mayiat. The niyat is this. I do ghusl Mayiat with cedr. First comes the cedr, the green one, the green stuff that we put. We put some water over here, And this is one more thing that you need to know is that the body of the Mayiat before the three ghusl is finished is considered najis. The whole body is najis. After the third ghusl is finished, the body becomes hard. And after the third ghusl is finished, if somebody touches the body, then ghusl mas mayyit is not wajib. Suppose a person's ghusl is finished, kafan is finished, they bring it, somebody touches the body with his hand, wherever, face, head, whatever. This is not, ghusl is not wajib afterwards. But if before finishing the third ghusl, if somebody touches the body, should do the ghusl masse, mayyit, ghusl masse, mayyit, ghusl for touching the dead body. So this is the, now we start the first ghusl, we put, so this is the body of the person. I think really is sleeping. Okay, so no problem. The hand wherever it is, we can, Okay, we put a little bit of this cedr in the water, and we make the solution. It is better to turn on this hose, this water, running water. It is running water. The hose is running water, and it doesn't become najis if some najasat touches this. So you turn it on a little bit, that this water is running a little bit, not that much, and you put it inside here, and it is already full, and it is the solution of cedr in it. And the person who helps me, Brother Raza, takes this hose and things and come over here, to come here, and he pours the water, okay, with this. No, you can do it the same with the same thing, or you can use that one, no matter what. So he pours the water, and I start washing. You see, you pour and I wash the whole, face, and here I make sure that everywhere black ghusl is done. So I turn the head and things, and then I go to. If the water finished, we make a more of the same solution. The same, we add some of this cedr, and then stir it in the water, and we put the hose in it. So I say put the hose in it because sometimes it touches the body. This bucket may touch the body. If this hose is not here and I'm washing the body, and for example my hand is touching the body, my hand is najis, now I touch this water becomes najis. I need to be careful. Or I am washing the bucket touches the body. These parts are najis now. So the one who assists me should be careful not to touch but this hose, when you put the hose on it, this becomes core water, running water. Then if it touch, it doesn't become najis. It stays part. This is an important thing. And then we wash when we want to wash the body, we may turn the body like this. Turn the body, and then you pour water. Of course, this ring, we take it off. Then he pours it, and I wash all the place, like here and there. And then I manage to put the cloth on it, but we pour the water, and we make sure that water has gone everywhere, and then all the way. So this is the right side. And then we turn the body to the left. And then, yes, he's helping us. And then hands, shoulders, and then we come all the way. This ghusl is finished. This is ghusl cedr. This cedr is one ghusl is finished. Now we go to ghusl kafur, camphor. This is something that sometimes even we use it in the food. I have seen, yes, This is some of especially in India, Pakistan, I think they put the bean in the food, and if you chew it, you will get the same smell. It is the same thing. So it is grind, it is available. You can put, and then you make the same. A little bit of this thing, you take it out, and you put it, for example, this much. Not, it's enough, yes. This much. You put it in the bucket, and you stir it. It should not be the whole thing. If you put the whole thing in it, it becomes muzaf, and then it's problematic. So you make this solution the same way, and put the holes in it, and then start. I do the niyat the second time. I do ghusl kafur second time. Then I start the same way, head and shoulder, head and neck, right side, left side. Make sure that with each side, the private part should be washed thoroughly, then the right side and left side. That is the second ghusl is finished. Now we go for pure water. Just I use the hose. I don't need that bucket because I don't want to make any solution. I start washing the body like this, head and the shoulder and the neck and then the right side, and it helps me turn the body and things, but I am washing. I am the one who is doing the washing. So I wash the right side, the left side, and when it is finished, the third ghusl is finished, everything that is here becomes part. For example, this, I put a cloth here under the head, and when I wash things, water goes inside and things. Once the third ghusl is finished, everything becomes part. Your hands, your gloves, the cloth, the cloth that is on the private part, all these things become part. Okay, this is complete. Then we proceed for kafan. So just, of course, today we are covering just the ghusl. Ghusl is finished. Now, sometimes the body bleeds, especially maybe a person has had an accident. The head is injured, the body is injured, so it's bleeding. How do we manage to wash? And it starts, blood coming, and blood is najis. So how do you wash it? That's a little bit difficult, but we do. For example, suppose there is a cut over here on the body. There's a cut over here on the body or on the head, let's say on the head, and it's bleeding. So I want to wash the head. I go back to the stage, kafur. We start from that stage. I want to wash for the first time, and it is bleeding. I use the hose. And I wash that part, and I hold it for a while that it doesn't bleed. And then I bring the bucket that has that water on it, the solution in it, and I start putting on it, and I can hold the hose on the place that just while it is blood is coming, this hose is running on the injury, and it wash away the blood. And then I pour the solution of sed on that part. Because the hose is there, the body is hot. And this is washed. Once it is washed, no matter, afterwards it's become najis, no matter, I start washing the other parts of the body, right, left, let it bleed, no problem. Afterwards, after I washed it, let it bleed, no problem. So you finish that, and then for the camphor, you do the same thing. You put something on it, or you use the hose, and you take care of the bleeding, and then wash it with the solution of kafur, and then with the water with this, the last wash, the last wash is easy. So you wash it, and then when it is finished, just you put some pieces of cloth or cotton on the injury. And this way, and even if it is needed to be tied, you tie it. You wrap something around it, and because kafan should not become najis. You need to take care of the bleeding, so you need to put as much as cotton or you wrap with cloth, whatever, bandage, in order to make sure that bleeding is not there, to make kafan najis. If kafan becomes najis, bloody, then you have to change the kafan. And this is something that in the bodies that are injured, you need to be careful while handling the body. Do not move it that much. Rush to, do it quickly. And it happened to us one time. We had we were forced to change the kafan because it was bleeding on the Qabristan when we were there. Any questions about? I think that is easy enough, yeah? It is not that difficult, yes? No. Just he's helping. He just is pouring water and I am washing. I do the niyat and I am washing. I am, managing to, wash. And if he does the niyah is better. But he is assisting. It is better for him to do the niyah as well, but the main person who is handling the washing should do the niyah. Yes. Yes. Aha. It's not just hand to touch the body and then ghusl water. Any part of your body touches any part of the dead body, you need to do ghusl. So, for example, I have a glove, but when I'm turning the thing, my arm touches the body. I need to do the ghusl mayyat, masl mayyat. Okay? Even though the gloves come until here, it doesn't cover a whole much. Wherever your skin touches the body, wherever, or your head maybe, or your face maybe touch the body, whatever. So you need to do ghusl mayyat, and this is, remember, after the third ghusl is done, the body is pure. It's no more najis, it is part. If somebody touches the body, that's fine. Yes. In order to, yes, we take the rings are belonging. We do not bury the person with the ring. So the ring is a part of property. It is for inherit. The heirs should take this. We do not bury the body with this, with the ring. Being on the body is not harmful. Yes, if the person has a will that I want my ring to be in my hand, that's not harmful. That's not harmful to be with the body. But it should be for the sake of washing. You may take it off, or it is very tight, you have to turn it in order to make sure that water has gone under it. That's the main reason that we turn it. But being the ring being with the body, if the person has a wasiyah that I want my ring to be in my hand, that's fine. I can leave it. Yes? No. Artificial teeth can remain. You are not supposed to. No problem. It is not wajib, take it off. Stitches, Earrings, you take off the earrings, this belonging of the deceased. So you take off all the ornaments, whatever is wearing, you take it off. But stitches is a part of the body, became a part of the body. That's no problem. Stitches are a part of it. Just you wash the apparent, side of the body, and the stitches are washed. No problem. How to do? Oils mean what kind of oil? Okay, oil, if you use oil and then the body is oily in a way that it prevents water, it is not allowed. Because body becomes oily and it doesn't let the body to be washed later. Afterwards is okay. If you want to put something on the body, it's fine. It is, for example, some perfume or whatever you want, that's fine. But the wajib thing is this ghusl. And when you do that, you don't need to put anything else, because this camphor smell stays with the body. It is good smell. It stays on the body, and this is good, well good. Yes. Loud, I don't hear. Demonstration of burial. That's not very difficult. That is not very difficult. The difficult part is the ghusl, that you need to wash the body and get it ready. I briefly tell you about the kafan, that what is the kafan. Thank you very much. You can become alive now. Say salawat for Mohsen. You are back in life. Be careful about your thing. No, not at this moment. Okay. Yes. You are not najis. This is najis that we say. So you do not become najis by touching the body. Najis means you need ghusl. With this expression, we mean you need ghusl, but your hand is clean. Even your hand, when you finish the third ghusl, your own hand and the glove and everything becomes parched. It is parched, but I need to do ghusl. Yes, that's no problem. And also, it is not, if the person who needs to do ghusl master Mayiat, if I touch the body and then I touch the body of another person, that person doesn't need ghusl. It is not transmitting, to other people. Or it doesn't prevent any activity. So the person who did the ghusl can do the kafan, can, do all the things. So I would like to show you that the kafan consists of 3 parts. Actually, there are 2 pieces of coverage that is like 2 pieces of clothes, dress. One is the part that you wear from the wrist downward. That is kind of, it works as trousers or whatever. So it is the lower part of the body. It should be from the belly button to the all the way down the knees. It should cover that much, and it is better to cover the whole up to the feet. Okay, so this is one piece, and the second piece is the dress that you. For example, let me show you the actual, if you can, do we have I think here we have one too. Okay. This is, okay. it's a little bit, the third part is the overall. The thing that normally when you see a person who's ready to be buried, the part that you see is the overall. That is the long one that covers the whole body. It should be a piece of cloth that can be, the two sides can come over each other and cover the body, and to be tied from two sides. So it should be long enough that we can tie the two sides towards the head and towards the feet, and the width should be enough that it can overlap and come over the body, that covers body. If it is not enough to cover the body and the body is seen, or the clothes, the other clothes, that the other pieces of kafan is seen from behind, this is not enough. It should be wide enough to come back on each other. And when you, when the ghusl is finished, for example, here is the table that the body is on it. We have another table that we make the kafan ready on that table, and then we transfer the body on the next table. So suppose that the body is in other table. This is the table that I want to put the kafan on it. You tell me, I want to put the kafan and then transfer the body over here. What is the first piece that I need to put on the table? The long one. Yes, the long one first. Because the long one, when I put the long one, and then I put the other, this is the last one that I want to wrap. So it should be under everything. So I put this is the, would you help me? I told you it should be long enough. Of course, it is twofold, no problem. So this is, the thing that we use at the end. So we put it first. Okay, put it, leave it. So now, what is the second thing that we need to put? Is it the cloth that is downward, or the cloth that is for the shoulders, is the dress? Which one I put first? So the one that comes on the shoulder, the dress, that is going to be towards the head. Because this is, the next thing before, this is done. So first we start with that part. Let me see, where is that one? This is the part of cloth that we use it for the shoulder, and it becomes like a dress. Okay. What we do is this. No, it should be. So you bring it. You see this part. You see this part. The head goes here. May I ask one of you to come here? Yes, you come. You come here. You see, in many cases, in demonstrations, we wear this kafan for demonstration. You see, it goes. Would you wear it? Okay. You see, this is kind of a cloth. You see, this is a cloth. So now, in demonstration, you have seen that we wear it sometimes to show that we are sacrificing our life. Okay. Here, so goes this part is like here. Yes, this part. So I put it. Would you help, brother? Take that part, and we'll go back. We put it here. Here is the head. Suppose that when we put the body here will be the head. You see? Here is the head. When I fold it on the body, the head will come out of this part, and this will become on the. So I'll leave it here. I'll leave this part here. Okay? And then we go to other side. We put the other side that comes to the wrist and downward. I think it should be this one. We put it here. Okay? And this part, this small thing is for kind of diaper, the way that you diaper a baby. So you put it here, and then when you put the body here, you cover the private parts and things with it before you put the actual thing. Okay, now we can ask another volunteer to come here, and who wants? Zishan, you come. Okay. You sleep here. Sleep here. Let me use the diaper too. I think we can make it this way. Okay, just sleep. Don't worry. I think we are not fine. You go. You let us do it one more time. You go down. This is not. Now it is okay. So you come back. Let me put it in. Right. Okay. Now you go. Okay. So now this is the diaper. Okay. I put the diaper on. This is the diaper, okay? And then this is this part, which is covering the belly to the feet. And then comes this one. You see how easy it will be. And then we will wrap it. Okay. So we will, are you afraid of it? So we will wrap it like this. Oh, you wrap the other. And there are some pieces of thing that we tie the body, the two sides, we tie it with this thing. Okay? I tie it like this. I take this one, and then I tie it. And then, say, no, I don't. And the other side, and so on. One at the middle, one here, one there, one there. So 4 ties. And then when we, thank you very much. You're back, alhamdulillah. Before we do this, we should not forget that there is one more thing that, please. There is one more thing that we need to do that is called hunut. Hunut. Hunut is wajib. You should not forget that. Where is that camphor? No, it's over there. We use the same thing that is called camphor. And we need to rub the places of sajda. 7 places of sajda: forehead, palms, knees, and 2 toes, big toes, the tip of big toes. So I should open it up and put my hand on it a little bit. I may use my wet hand in order to take some of these things, and then rub here. A little bit of the camphor should go on the forehead, and then I put on the whole palm, this palm, and then on the knees and over there. That's called hunut, and that is wajib. Before you wrap, do the kafan, you need to do that, and then you wrap the body. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Say salawat for Bishan. Any questions? Yes? What? Yes, you can wipe the body. It's not wajib, but it is good to use a towel. When the ghusl is finished, you towel the body. You wipe the body in order to be, dry when you put it on the kafan. Yes. The splash of water, if it doesn't make ghusl wajib, but if it is not connected to running water, if it is connected to running water and it splash, that's possible. But if it is not connected to running water and just you use the bucket and you are pouring water and it splash, that is najis. The drops that go anywhere, on your clothes or wherever, those drops are najis. Yes, the one who assists applies for him too. But if it is, the thing is, if always you put the hose a little bit running, not that much, in the bucket, in order to make the water, core water, running water, then you wash it, whatever splash is okay, fine. Yes? No, the water that has a splash already is najis, so you have to change your clothes later. To the side. It stays to the side. You don't put it on the, like this. You put it in the side, straight, on the, yes, you don't do that. You don't put it on the head. It should be straight. Yes, if ihram serves as these pieces, it can, because ihram is big. Ihram is a towel, and towel is a piece of cloth. So you use it. Even a towel, you can use it. You can use it as the downward and the downward part, or the dress, or whatever. You can use it. Yes, it is possible. And also, wrapping a body in more than one kafan is allowed. If you want to use two pieces of cloth for each part, that is allowed. You can do that. Yes. Yes, Ali? What? No. White is mustahab, but it can be any color. The color is not important. Yes. Najasat on what? On the your body or on the shroud, on the kafan. You need to, if the kafan becomes najis, you need to change it. So that's why if the bodies that are bleeding, you have to put lots of cotton and other cloth on the injury, that it will prevent bleeding. And it should not reach to the kafan. If it reaches the kafan, you need either to wash the kafan or to change the kafan. Okay? Yes. It is mustahab that you provide your own kafan, and this will help you remind yourself of the death. So you have your kafan in somewhere in your house, and whenever you go there, you see my kafan is there. I'm ready. It is good that a person gets ready for this trip to the other world. It is mustahab that you provide your even to buy one grave is mustahab. Okay, alhamdulillah. It is time for salat. Perfume, that's fine. That's fine. Say salawat, please. Let us pray for all mu'mineen and mu'minat. اللهم اغفر للمؤمنين والمؤمنات والمؤمنين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات بجاه محمد وآله صلواتك عليهم أجمعين.